What? It's 11, not 12 o'clock, and he's gone live? I know, I've had to. I'll explain all in a moment. There is stuff happening today, and I need to... Well, what do I need? I need all sorts of things to happen today. So, I'm going to just do a little bit of an adjustment there. Add a title on here. And then I'm going to start. Yeah, properly. Are you ready? I'm clearly not. It's fine. It's going to be a fun one. Here we go. All right. Okay. Shall we click a button over here? 1, 2, 3.
It's the start of the week. Grab your coffee cups. It's Magic Monday Live.
It is Magic Monday Live. It's 11 minutes past 11 on Monday the 13th of April. I am early. I'll explain why. I've also got a jacket on and a shirt, and I'm going out to do a special thing. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I'm going to anyway. I'm off to meet a government minister. Yes. So I'm off to see a government minister at lunchtime today to do a round table meeting. So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. And so that's why I'm ready early, and I'm going to start my broadcast a little bit earlier today. And I was thinking, well, what am I going to talk about? Should I talk about the thing I'm doing today? And then I thought, I'm not really sure if I'm meant to talk about it or not, so I'm not going to. Plus, let's keep that for maybe next week. And then I'd been out for lots of walks this weekend. It's been a nice weekend for going for walks. And when I was out walking yesterday, we did a particular walk that we used to do a lot during COVID. Do you remember? Yeah, so we were doing this walk, Christine and I, and we were talking about that time. And right now, do you remember 6 years ago, we were properly in that first lockdown, and walks and things. You had to, you were allowed to go out. What was it meant to be, for an hour a day to do your walks? We did more than that. Sure, everybody did a bit more than that if you could, definitely. And we were talking about that and about what an interesting time it was and what it meant to different people. And we had a long discussion. You can talk for a long time about that. And then this morning I was thinking, right, what am I going to talk about today on Magic Monday? And I came up with this idea, talking about a spatula, which I will hold for another day as well. And then right on cue, through the door, this arrived. Yes, a package arrived. And I looked at the writing. I knew exactly who it was from straight away. And I thought, I'm going to do a book unboxing. Now, many of you will remember when I was doing Write That Book, I used to do book unboxings and talk about the books. And it could not be more appropriate that this book should arrive today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a different piece of music. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it all right. And this was the music we used to use for Write That Book. And I'm going to do a book unboxing, the first one I've done for ages. So, nice package, like the blue. Handwritten. Yes, and sharp knife is ready. This is so exciting. It's ages since I've done one. And I can still do that bit. Is that a bit too loud? I don't know. Right, here we go. Alright. Right, here we go. This is it, folks. Da, 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 da. There it is. Paused. Moments, memories, and moving on from COVID-19. Fiona Sech. Sorry, Instagram people, it's around the wrong way, but that's just how it happens. So yes, this is our dear friend, Fiona Sech. I'll stop the music now. Our dear friend, Fiona Sech, has written this book. She started it a long time ago. It's taken a long time to put together, but I know quite a lot about this book. It's brilliant. Do you like the cover? That looks great. On the back, it says, this is a book about pausing about noticing, about the quiet exchanges that shape us more than the big announcements. Wow. It reminds us that even when the world feels overwhelming, connection arrives in small, thoughtful ways. Michael Heppel, I wrote that bit. As I started to read it, I thought that looks familiar. And then, sorry, it is me. I wrote it. So it's still hard to believe that the world paused. Wherever you lived and whatever you were doing, life was interrupted by COVID-19. The impact was significant, but the uncertain times that followed allowed us to slow down. That's what happened. We paused. Fiona Sech brings to life a collection of heartfelt letters that capture stories of the pandemic, blending the good, the tough, and the unspoken thoughts we live with. Pause gives you the opportunity to reflect, embrace the valuable lessons from a unique moment in history, and perhaps remember the beauty of a simple life. The compilation of stories will inspire and uplift you. This is an invitation to pause, reconnect with your own silver linings, and appreciate what every day brings. So, wow. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, I know that Fee has written some nice things. I'm not going to read that out to you because I know she's probably written some personal stuff. But this is great. Look, there's loads of... Look, there's not only is there stories and letters, there's pictures. This is look, this is brilliant. I'm so pleased that she's got the pictures in. That's really, really wonderful. And I think there might be a letter to me. Let's have a little look and see if there is a letter to me. There's definitely a foreword written by me. I know that. It was such a pleasure to be involved with this project. I cannot tell you how exciting it is to actually have it in my hand. Dear Mum, dear Coo, dear Jamie, dear Millie, dear Mick and Martin, dear Sam, dear Jill, dear Linda, dear Andy and Karen, dear Kath, dear Joe, dear Angela, dear Nikki, dear Chris Evans, nice. Dear Michael, be careful what you wish for. Is that mine? Let's have a little look. Page 93. Is this going to be the letter to me? Okay, dear Michael, be careful what you wish for. Dear Michael, it's March 2021. We're 1 year into the COVID-19 pandemic and just coming out of a second lockdown. Or are we? Who knows? Everything still feels uncertain. Your friendship and being part of your amazing online communities have both saved and inspired me. In January 2020, you started How to Be Brilliant Facebook group, which was full of positivity. Yes, this is me. I've got the right Michael. Then you created Write That Book in May 2020, which I was keen to be part of. And in September 2020, I was thrilled to join your new private coaching community, Team 17. And you taught me how to use Zoom. So there's my letter. Wow, a letter to me. Michael's silver linings. Being at home in Northumberland with Christine. That was such an important... We talked about this yesterday as well when we were on our walk. And we were saying how that idea of being at home, you know, just being at home and just making home time really important was really quite something. Appreciating life and the beautiful countryside surrounding his home. Yes, that's true. Spending quality time with family, becoming a grandpa and having a family bubble. So that was another thing that happened right at the beginning of COVID. Our granddaughter was born. And I remember that whole time and having to look at her from behind glass. We could go down to their house and we had to look at our granddaughter through the patio doors. Oh boy. We'll get loads of cuddles now though, so it's absolutely fine. Enjoying Christine's delicious cooking even more. That's true. There was a lot of that. Having a stop, pause and pivot in his whole business. There was a stop, pause, pivot in my whole business. Being a professional speaker, there wasn't a lot of work during COVID. The whole conference thing seemed to disappear. I learned how to use Zoom very quickly. I set up a studio, bought some lights, bought a better camera, got a great microphone, did everything that I needed to do. That was swift. Learning new skills through developing online communities, and starting the How to Be Brilliant Facebook group, fantastic things. Oh, create and write that book, host the pop-up groups and masterclasses, and encouraging people to realise their dreams of becoming authors. Over 1,000 people went through that program, you know. We did write that book, over 1,000. And all the people on the shelf, that says brilliant, and all the ones up above, they're all people who published. This will be going on today. Not until I've read it, though. I'll be honest, I've read it once. Because to write the foreword, you've got to be able to read it. So I read it once, but I'm going to read it again in its book format. That's what I'm excited about. Starting Team 17 and building an inspiring community, yes. Knowing that one day after the pandemic was over, the online group members would meet up, and they certainly did. And there's Fee and I meeting up at the Biscuit Factory. Yay! And that was in October 2023. Well, this is just absolutely glorious. Thank you so much, Fee, for sending me this copy. I am honoured to have written the foreword for this, and delighted to be included as well. And I know that Fee's doing a book launch, a special book launch, in I think just a few days' time. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it there. But if you want to look up Fiona Setch, Setch, go on to probably best just go on to Amazon. Have a little look at it there. You'll be able to order a copy. The book's called Paused, and I'm really excited that that's arrived with the perfect timing. Now, should we see who's here? That's always nice. So look, there's a lovely one. Influential stars. It looks lovely. It does look lovely. Absolutely. Jamie Buchanan's here. Hello, Jamie. I was just talking about you the other day as well, and now you've turned up. Hope you're brilliantly well. Sounds very relevant still. We could all do with another pause through choice. I think reading this will give you some things to consider with your pauses. Sarah Heppel's joined. Hello, Sarah Heppel. You all right? Crazy times. Yes, it was. Andrew Heppel's joined. All the Heppels are here. Who else is here? Influential stars, you sent some lovely messages. Thank you very much for that. See if there's anybody here on the other one. No, nothing, because I am very early today. Normally I'll be there here at 12 o'clock. If you're watching on one of the online things like the Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, you could leave it just a quick little message, say hello, something like that. I'll read your name out. Not that that's a big deal, mind. Kind of go, Michael, there's about, what, 50 people watching live? Yeah, it's about 50 watching. There's over 1,000 people watch this. That's the interesting thing. Throughout the week, when we get all the stats that come in later on, there's around about 1,000 people watch my Magic Mondays. At one point, I was thinking, I'm going to knock it on the head. And then somebody said, have a look. Have a look at the number of people who actually watch it. There's Andy Hepp said, I've just had my lunch an hour early. That's good. And Liz is here, Liz Pert Davies from Hexham. Hello, Liz. How lovely to see you. And Wendy Kane's here. Oh, my goodness. Wendy Kane says, hello, have a fun evening tonight. I definitely will, because I'm not seeing Sean until tomorrow night. So I'll have a fun evening tonight. But tomorrow night, seeing Sean and Bill, which will be good fun. Very much looking forward to that. Catching up with very old friends. Tracy is here, Tracy Catchpole Whiting. Always like your Monday moments. Thank you. Sorry for being a little bit early today. Here's Matt Bird. Listen to this. Hi, Michael. Matt's listening from the pool. From the pool in the land of smiles. Wow, there we go. Magic Mondays. Yes, I know. Wendy Kane. Well, tomorrow night too. Okay, fair enough. That's great. Wait a minute. Sam's here. Beep, 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 beep. Hi, Michael Heppel. Sam here from Wallsend. Where the wall ends, I'm on FB, dialed in for a little inspo in advance of business meeting. So Sam Peterson is undoubtedly one of the most important people in my life. We discovered Sam a couple of years ago. She became a great friend, but she's also a fabulous therapist, brilliant coach. She does all sorts of incredible stuff. Massage, breath work that she does is absolutely phenomenal. You should check her out, Sam Peterson. And if you go to Sage Therapies, go to Sage Therapies and you'll find her there on Instagram and various things. Sue Salmon's just jumped on from Qatar. Ooh, Sue, hope everything's all right for you in Qatar. You're getting to your really hot season, aren't you? Absolutely. Sam says, "Oh shucks." Oh shucks. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's an absolute pleasure. Right, I've got to go now because I'm off to meet the minister. This is the book. Mine's just arrived today. It's called Paused. It's by Fiona Sech. It's, I would say, when I explain books as being a good loo read. That means that you can just sit on the loo with it next to you and read maybe one letter per sitting. Oh, hang on. Tracy's asking a question. Did you love the moon explorations? I never saw how they were after. Thought you might know. Wait a minute. Did you love the moon explorations? Yes, I did. I never saw how they were after. Thought you might know. Because you're often in the know. Tracy, I would love to know what that means. I mean, the thing is, I did enjoy the moon explorations. They were brilliant. I still can't believe that people think it's fake. I mean, how? If you're one of those people who goes, we never went to the moon and this one was just another fake, how stupid. No, I can't call people stupid, that's bad. How confused must your thinking be? I mean, oh my God. It's like that thing, if I don't understand something, I'm just going to say it's fake. Don't get me started with the politics on it. Never mind. But yes, Tracy, I loved the moon explorations. And who else is here? Sue. Yes, I'm all okay at the moment. Good, that's brilliant. Tracy, I wish I know what that middle bit was. I never saw how they were after. Thought you might know. Did you love the moon explorations? I never saw how they were after. Is it the astronauts? How the astronauts were after? They're fine, I think. I think they're great. Here's somebody called S_M_WA. Greetings from Germany. I studied a year in Newcastle. Geordies are the best. Get in! I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Thank you very much. Right, I've got to go. I've got to get on the road and go for my meeting. Thanks very much. Astronauts, there we go. Right, here we go. Astronauts, how they were. They did interviews back in 6 years. Tracy, I think they're fine. I hope so. Imagine if they couldn't do the interviews with them because they'd all sort of grown tentacles and stuff like that. Ridiculous. That's not going to happen. That's a strange way to end. Let's finish back with this. It's called Paused. It's by Fiona Sech. It's out right now. It's officially launched this week. Fee wrote it. I wrote the foreword. I wrote a thing for the back. It's brilliant. See you soon. Be brilliant, everybody. Bye.